What's up, daddies, and welcome back to another episode of the Bad Dadvice Podcast. I am happy to be back. I know I wasn't here last week. Glad to be back with you boys. Before we get started today, I know we got kind of a routine and everything, but before we get started tonight, we've got a major announcement. Big news here on the Bad Dadvice Podcast. I'm going to pass it over to Cardwell, who's going to tell you guys what's going on.
Yeah, so we're going to start it off with our sponsors over here. Obviously, as always, this episode is brought to you by the Bierstick Company. You can use code DADVICE, DADVICE, to get 20% off your entire purchase if you want to go get yourself a beer stick. We're going to be ripping one of them off in a minute here, but it is time to introduce the official beer of the Bad Dadvice Podcast, brought to you by the Voodoo Brew Pub Jacksonville. Let's go. Yeah. All right, a little bit about them. They're based out of Pennsylvania, but they've got a location in the heart of San Marco in Jacksonville, if you're local to the area. 30 locations across country. They got 2 in Florida, including Fort Myers. Perfect for us because they are pride themselves in being one of the few breweries in Jacksonville that is family friendly. You can come in there, bring the kids in, grab yourself a beer. The other thing they pride themselves in on, their entire menu. They've got a full menu in this brewery of fresh food. Literally less than 5% of their menu of all the little stuff frozen. It's all fresh. All fresh, beautiful stuff. Go in, bring your kids, get yourself a nice beer, get yourself a nice burger, some seafood, all that good stuff.
These are seafood?
Yeah, there's everything.
So after you told us about this, I went on their website. Do they have a pickle pizza?
Oh, I have not looked that far, but I wouldn't be surprised because this place is awesome and I love pickles.
Bro, it was like on their website and it looked dank.
Hell yeah.
We should probably pickle pizza.
That sounds good. I love pickles, bro. Janie would hate it, but good, more for me.
Perfect.
Right? I do think I still don't really know anything about this place, but we're gonna go tomorrow.
Go check it out tomorrow.
We're gonna go check it out.
But I'm excited, man. I'm fired up, and I'm not a big fancy beer guy. Bud Light, where you at? Who's looking at me? Am I looking at this camera right here?
Yeah.
Is it on me?
Yeah.
Bud Light, you had your chance. You had your chance, but you're done.
So this episode, we're drinking the Empty Calories.
Yeah. So the beer
What a
of the
great name.
podcast is called Empty Calories. It's
Smart.
basically their version of like for your simpleton beer drinkers over there. It's an upscale simple beer.
Yeah. For those that like regularly watch, you know that I don't usually drink a beer, and I'm drinking this beer.
Yeah.
Oh, TJ. TJ, you know drink a beer.
That should teach. That should say something. This is a good beer. It's a nice light beer. It's very nice.
Before we get into smashing it, couple other things.
Hungover after that.
Couple other things. They also do big events. They've got 2 floors upstairs. Beautiful. I was up there today. Big area, can fit a lot of people. If it's something you're interested in, you can go to info@voodoojax.com to inquire about it. And for people that have lived here for a long time, I learned a little something about our city today. Apparently, he said about 30 years ago, the building that they're in now used to be called Square One, which was apparently the most hoppin' club in Jacksonville.
apparently,
Apparently. Yeah.
Square One?
I never heard that.
Yeah, so about 30 years
Sounds
ago,
like
this
a country
place was
bar, square dancing.
Yeah.
30 years ago, this place was hopping, and guess what? It's hopping again.
It wasn't no
Like
Mavericks.
literally it's Hobson.
Oh,
Hobson the rapper?
Dude. Oh, God.
Okay.
Like Hobson, like you use hops to make the beer, right?
Nice. All right, well, why don't you smash that beer stick, show them how it's done, get after it.
Tell you what, Square One wasn't no Mavericks.
Yeah, this beer stick right here. If you're wondering what Abs is doing here, check it out. Check us out on YouTube and watch him demolish some empty calories in approximately 1.5 seconds. That's one of the beer stick products. There's another beer stick product which we like to show off. That product is called the Beer Bro, the Beep Boop, if you will.
The beer snorkel, beer bro. And I'm going to show you guys something today. First time. because we got this beautiful beer out of the growler here, I put it in a cup. This beer, bro, is super versatile.
Did
Is
you?
that the cup from Trey's bachelor party?
It looks like it.
Yeah, that's a Royal Caribbean.
So much
cup.
fun, dude. You
Yeah.
missed out on that one, dude. It was awesome.
Hey, Royal
Alright.
Caribbean, if you guys want to sponsor us, you can be the official
Oh my
cruise
God.
ship of the Bad Dadvice
Bro,
Podcast.
could you
Don't
imagine
even
if
Imagine if we brought
I'm gonna smash this while I
10,000
talk.
empty calories.
Here we go. He is beat bopping a beer stick, beer bro.
Jesus Christ.
Very quickly.
That comes out way faster in a cup. That was amazing.
Yeah, purely
Oh,
empty
also
cup.
that beer is so good.
It's very good.
It is actually really
You know,
good.
cheers.
Could you
I'm-
imagine? Could you imagine if we were filming this podcast from the Windjammer on a Royal Caribbean cruise right now?
Yes.
That would be insane.
No, I can't.
Yeah, dude, right. You could not. You could not.
Nah, that'd be so great. Yeah, my dream on my bachelor party was to film a podcast. I was like, we
Yeah.
should do it. We should try to film a podcast.
That would have been fun.
That would've been
Where would
epic.
we? I don't even know where we would have done it.
That would have been very difficult to coordinate. Very difficult. But
Yeah.
Does let's talk back more about Voodoo Mama Brew. That's what I'm gonna start calling them now. Do they actually make the beer there? Like they have all the things. I don't know what you need to make beer, but they make it there on site. Like they have the things.
yeah, like they got like the beer cows, and you pull the udders, and like the beer
Yeah.
comes out.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
root
that
beers.
is a good question. In the exact spot, I'm not positive. I don't know, because they do have the corporate area they might send over, but I will say that this is the definition of a brew pub. You get the beer in the pub. You're not going to find this at Total Wine. You're not going to find this. So if you're ever in the Jacksonville area, make sure that you come by and stop, because they've got some incredible beers. Fort Myers, they've got 28 other locations. And yeah, I'm very happy. I know this is day one, but I've already chugged one and couldn't be happier.
Get you a growler, 6
Get
beers.
you a growler.
They got really dope names for their beers too.
Yeah, and the artwork on the cans
Yeah.
is fuego, dude.
Yeah, dude, it looks freaking
The
cool.
artwork on the can. And it looked like they made some seltzers.
Yeah, I think they got 5 or 6 flavors of seltzers or something.
Yeah,
like that.
and then I also saw on their menu.
Oh, so this isn't like a small time like local brewery kind of thing. This is like a
Oh, dude. This
we'd be doing it.
This
Oh,
is
we're
legit.
doing it.
This is legit.
Yeah.
But then I also saw that like the bar also serves cocktails, and it was like Voodoo Brew like tequila. Like so, that's why I texted you the other day and I was asking like if it's like a distillery, because like whatever, I don't know what it was, like call it a margarita or whatever it was, and it was like the first ingredient
One
was like
margarita.
the Voodoo Brew tequila. So
There
I don't
you
know
go.
if it's like is it like one of those things where it's like
Cocktails
they
and beer.
only do beer and wine, so it's kind of like a wine tequila.
That I don't know. We'll probably find more about
We
that
might find
tomorrow.
out
yeah.
tomorrow.
We'll find out tomorrow. Cocktails and beer, your 3 favorite things.
That's right. That's right.
Hell
Lobster
yeah.
tail and beer.
Behave.
Shrimp cocktail.
Shrimp cocktail, my 3 favorite things.
Yeah. So welcome aboard, Voodoo Brew Pub. We're happy to have you. And if you guys are ready, you guys want to get into maybe a couple updates.
So,
find the
anybody got
button.
any updates?
Yeah, I've got an update.
Oh boy, do I have an update for you.
Somebody give me a mother flippin' update.
All right. So anybody who wants to go first? Abs, you
I'll go
weren't
first.
here last
I'll
week.
go first. I wasn't here last week. Kennedy just recently had her 18-month appointment. Growing right on track. Everything is good. Super healthy. Meeting all her benchmarks and whatever, all those things that she needs to be doing. I didn't get percentiles or anything like that. I think she's like 25 pounds now at 18 months. And when I saw that, I was like, 25 pounds, that's it. Robo's girls are like 30. I was like, they're big. How much do your girls weigh?
24, bro. Chill.
Oh, I thought they last time. Somebody told me they were like 28 last time.
Yeah.
Strax. Hey. Oh, that was really funny. When I was listening, because I wasn't here last week, I know that's the fucking Taco Bell.
Thank you, dude.
Somebody else. What did somebody else say? It was like something. I don't know.
Robo thought it was the Undertaker.
Oh yeah, no, it's clearly.
Yeah,
the
it's
Taco
clearly
Bell.
Taco Bell.
Come on, guys.
I just didn't want to be the fat
Robo
ass to
didn't wanna
say
be the
it.
fat ass, dude. But yeah,
My mouth
so
started salivating.
Everything's good with Kennedy. She's right on track. So really happy about that.
How's her heart thing?
I don't know.
It's still there. It's
I
still
don't have
beating.
to-
got a big heart.
She's still kicking. No, I mean, we don't go back to the doctor till she's 5. So
Oh, nice.
they don't. I mean, I guess if I ask the doctor, like, hey, do you still hear a murmur or anything like that? Like, I'm sure they'd listen for it, but I guess it's not bad enough to where they're like, hey, this is bad. So
no news is good news.
right. I guess it's good.
Yeah, if they're not worried about it.
I'll let you guys know when she's 5.
All right, 6. Stay tuned for that. Episode 358.
Yep.
Nice. I'll give my update. I cleaned Ivy's car seat for the first time.
Oh, geez.
Gross, dude. Gross.
No.
Oh my god. Oh, okay.
So
what do you find in it?
So I've regularly vacuumed. Like I keep my truck pretty clean. Like you guys would admit. I mean, for those that know me or have been in my car, like it's not an absolute mess where some people leave like trash in. Like I try to clean it up like every night. So his car seat, I'm constantly vacuuming out crumbs and vacuuming all this stuff out. And I've taken the car seat out and like done a good thorough cleaning of it, but never taken the like unbuttoned everything and all the straps because it's like sometimes it's so difficult to put it all back together. Like our high chair is like really difficult to put back together, so I was always dreading it. Ivy turns 2 in November. And we've been using this. So we've been using this for like over a year.
Yeah.
And so I took everything out. Oh my God. It was disgusting.
Insane.
Disgusting what's stuck in there. I just took I washed the covers in the washer with detergent so they smell really good and they got all the stains out. But the underneath it, like in the crevices, just like the most disgusting mash of like Cheerios and crackers and all of that. It literally it looks like what's a good Whopper. I wish it looked like a Whopper. It looked like a chewed up, like almost like candy. Like it was like purple and like red and like a lot of random colors, like all mashed together and like shoved in all the like plastic crevices. Yeah. Oh, it's disgusting. You guys don't know yet because your kids aren't eating snacks in the car.
That's
but
so
like
gross.
Ivy will take his snack and like eat a couple bites and then just like rip and throw.
Yeah.
Like an entire cup of Cheerios.
Oh yeah.
So even if you vacuum them up, you're gonna. 10% of those are stuck in your car forever.
Sometimes, like I don't have the mirror in my car. I have like a camera, like a backseat camera. So it's
We
like,
got that
gadget
too.
guy.
and then
Yeah,
I didn't buy it. Somebody
Gadget
bought
guy.
it.
I
Yeah.
can't believe we didn't talk about that.
I didn't buy it. Somebody bought it for me. But it's like
How many times can you say that before it's like,
dude, I swear to God, I'm not buying any of this shit. But this one's really cool. I do recommend getting it. But so it's got like it's got like the Garmin GPS thing that like mounts on your thing, but it just shows it's like a baby monitor in the car. And sometimes I'll look at that screen and Kennedy is like reaching in her little cup thing, grabbing out Cheerios, and it's just like dropping them like off the side of the car seat.
It's shaking up and down. And like his water, so one of Ivy's water bottles, the straw comes out. Like such a flawed design. I don't understand it. You can just pop it out so you can like wash it in the dishwasher, but he'll pop it out and then it just leaves a big hole where the straw would be. And then he just turns it and just dumps it all in his lap.
Yeah.
So you have all the Cheerios crammed in there. They get, the car's shaking. It gets them as low as they're going to go. And then water gets in there and it just like mushes them and mushes them and mushes them. And then, it's a turn to me style of a seat. So all of those get like shaken up and it's like the perfect storm for just getting crud stuck in there. And it was disgusting.
you've probably for the last year just been turning that thing and just grinding.
Yeah,
these
just
things
grinding everything down,
into
yeah.
a
It's
paste.
it was disgusting. I mean, it wasn't like a health violation, but the reason I was doing it is this past week and a half in Jacksonville, it has rained 100% of the time.
Yes.
100%.
Like
30 straight days.
Like a statistical anomaly. And so I've been putting Ivy in the car like wet because I'm walking from daycare out with him and I'm wet and he's wet. So my car was like getting like musty. So I was like, I just wanted to clean my whole car. And I was like, you know what? Let's do the car seat. It's like, now's the time. So I took it out. Megan's like, do mine too.
Is that why her car's parked in the driveway?
Do you think I did hers?
Nah.
I didn't do it.
Nah.
I would have done it. I just didn't have time. But that'll be this weekend. I'll do Megan's this weekend. And I'm gonna just hose it down, put the things in the
Get
washer.
Big Frank to do it. Isn't your parents coming to town?
My parents are coming in.
Big Frank. That sounds like a project.
Frank
he would
the
like
Tank.
To do. I remember when I cleaned Kennedy's out for the first time, and it was like, I I like parked somewhere at the airport, and then when I got back to my car, there were like ants like in my car, and I was like,
That's disgusting.
dude, it's crazy.
Do you vacuum it regularly, or are you kind of like laxed on that?
No,
He doesn't
no.
do anything.
No. I
Yeah,
don't
you got to
vacuum.
vacuum out.
But anyway, so there were like ants in my car, but I was like, there's no food. Like there actually wasn't food. There's just like shit in my car, but there's no food in there. And so like I was like, oh, maybe like they're going for the car seat, but there really weren't any in the car seat. Like I think it was just like one of those ones where like all this rain. Like I've had ants like showing up in my house now, not like in the kitchen where the food is.
Yeah.
They're just showing up, and I think these ants are just like trying to get the fuck out of the rain.
I have had ants really bad. Also,
Yeah.
I had somebody spray though recently.
But
so.
but anyway, so I take the car seat apart because I'm like, I gotta make sure there's no food in this because I know there is. And I opened it up, and it was like the first time I cleaned it, like probably ever. And it was like the snacks I was finding under that padding. It was like, like puffs.
Stuff you haven't
Yeah.
finished.
I'm like, I haven't given her one of these in 10 months.
That's crazy. See, I didn't find anything where I was like, where did this come from? Because they were all like chewed
You
together.
don't even know what they were.
There was like maybe like one Cheez-It, and I'm like, dude, I haven't given him a Cheez-It in a minute. But like other than that, it was just all crunched together. So you guys are look forward to this because it's like your car. You're somebody who likes to keep your car clean.
Very much.
It's
so.
like you. Can, it's like
Well, he doesn't
dude.
even have car seats.
I
in
don't have
his
the car
car.
seats in my car though.
Oh,
Smart.
that won't happen.
But those
forever.
the turn to me. I have the turn to me one too. I think we have different like styles or brands of it or whatever. But like, there's so many fucking pieces. You take it
Yeah.
all apart and like
My brand.
putting it back together.
I wish I could like link it in the description, but I'm not going to do it because I'm lazy. But mine it was pretty easy. It was just two pieces that I pulled apart, like fabric pieces, and then everything else just was in there, and I just sprayed it all down. So it actually worked out pretty a lot easier. I was
You got the baby jogger one, right?
I think that's right. That sounds
Yeah.
right to me. Yeah, that
Because I
sounds
was
right.
I was looking at those. They're just expensive.
Yeah, I mean that's expensive. Yeah,
Yeah.
but you know,
Dude, it's so worth it, man. It's so
yeah, no,
easy to get them.
we
out
were
in and out of the
looking
car.
we were looking to get the like the swivel turn
Yeah.
kind of car seat things because like you said, my girls are not light.
you gotta throw that back out.
My back has been hurting for a minute.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-oh.
yeah.
Is that your update?
No, but yeah, dude. So like we were looking into getting those, and I think after this New York trip, that's going to be the first purchase that we're doing is getting the swivel car seats to make it a little easier.
Yeah, and those things, like I would suggest, because it sounds like you had not done a lot of vacuuming. Get a little
Or
handheld
cleaning.
or cleaning in general.
I just got a lot of shit in the car, man.
I just got a lot of shit to do.
I didn't buy it.
Get
I didn't buy it.
little handheld
I didn't
vacuum,
buy it.
Somebody gave
little
it to me.
handheld vacuum, like in your laundry room or in your garage or like close to where your car is, and just grab it and vacuum it out. Like that's the play.
I have a electric little vacuum that's like this big
Yeah.
in my truck. TikTok shop.
TikTok shop.
Hey.
Yeah, you got to get a. Yeah, that is a. We've talked about overrated, underrated, essential, not essential. That is essential, not overrated. Get a little mini vacuum for your car, or if you got a minivan, have a built-in vacuum.
Yeah. That is one of the cool things about minivans, dude. There's so much stuff in
Does
that.
yours have the built-in vacuum?
Yeah.
Oh, that's dope.
There's so you'd never use it anyway. So what's it matter?
If it was there, I'd probably.
Wait, it
use
doesn't vacuum for me?
Wait, it's not like a Roomba. Wait,
It's a Roomba? That's a good idea.
Wait a
Whoa.
second.
oh, that is just like vacuums, like while you're.
Have
While
you
your-
have you
while
seen
your car's
seen
off.
the bathrooms in like
That'd be cool.
have you seen the bathrooms in like Europe where after you leave
Sprays
it,
the
like
water
the
everywhere.
whole bathroom gets like sprayed down?
Yeah,
That would be a cool idea for a minivan.
I don't think I'd want that.
Make
much water
everything out of
inside my
plastic.
car, but
Make
What if they
everything out
did
of plastic.
What if they did it for like a Jeep?
Yeah, like a Jeep, yeah.
Inside spray, just leave the bottom undone.
I feel like Jeeps, like you take all the doors off and you got the roofs off. Do they ever actually get dirty? Like if you drive a Jeep with no doors, no roof, like you're littering nonstop, right? The wind's just blowing all your garbage out anyway. Like it's like a
Most people
wind
don't
I
vacuum.
think
have
most
as
people
much-
don't have that much garbage in their car.
You're just harboring garbage.
I don't think you guys understand. Like I don't.
You're
really
a
have
garb
much
harbinger.
No, I don't think so. Like
You're a garb
like, what's in my
harbinger.
car right now? It's like my trivia laptop, my work laptop, couple
You're
thousand.
John Garb
like,
Harbinger.
Just like really expensive. Like my car is like a bank.
In that,
It's like it just like holds a lot of money.
Oh, so you
and
just
expensive
keep
things.
a bunch of shit on
Well,
top of
that's
it
where
so
I
somebody
keep-
didn't break in.
that's where
Wait,
I
if it's a
keep-
bank, where's the money?
That's where I
is it-
keep all
why is it
my
debt-free
money
time?
and my expensive things, so Janie doesn't touch them. Right? It's like a secure deposit box that I leave unlocked in the driveway sometimes.
Yeah. Do you leave your car
Oh
unlocked?
my god.
Sometimes I do.
I leave
walk
my
up.
phone and my phone. I don't leave my phone in it. I leave my wallet, my keys in my car at night, but it's in my garage.
Yeah, mine's in the driveway.
Do you leave your wallet in there?
No, not
Oh,
my
okay.
wallet. Not my wallet.
But you
Nor
leave
my
it,
keys. I
You
don't
leave it
leave-
unlocked.
That's the only place where there's not any money.
But I leave it unlocked.
There was one
Yeah.
time.
Well, not always, like on accident. Like
This
I
is
go
a-
out and I unlock it, and I'm like, and like like when you unlock it, you can hear when like it actually unlocks versus like when you press the button and it's already unlocked.
This is a story I
And
should
I'm like,
not
oh,
tell
fuck.
on the internet, but I'm going to tell it anyway. When I was in college, we went to a nightclub called Sweet in,
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
in Town Center. And
That
it's
was
like
me and you leaving there.
it's like an upscale. It's like an upscale. You wear like I'm like I don't know, 18 years old. I probably shouldn't be in this place. And I got a like a nice outfit on, and we're walking to our cars or walking to the Uber or whatever we're walking to, and I like bumped into a car and like accidentally like grabbed the handle and it opened, and I was like, oh shoot, and then I was like, yo, this would be so funny if I just like went in here and like just moved stuff slightly. So that when they get back, they're like, I got robbed. But like they didn't get robbed.
That's funny.
So I like ducked my head in and like moved some receipts and like some stuff that was in his center console and just put it on his chair, and then I just walked away. And I was like dying laughing. And I told Robo, I'm like, dude, that guy's not gonna know what hit him. He's gonna be
That's
looking
so
for what I stole for like a year.
I have a story like that, and then we'll do you guys update. When I was working, for
Hold on, let us talk for like an hour.
Wait,
and then
yeah,
you guys
hold
when
on.
I was
crap.
when I was working for the Jumbo Shrimp, there was a hurricane coming. Jumbo Shrimp are the AAA affiliate of the Miami Marlins here in Jacksonville. There was a hurricane coming. The team was on the road, so all their cars were in the like parking lot at the stadium, and they leave their keys with the clubby. And a hurricane was coming, and they were like, "Hey, we got to move all the players' cars to this parking garage or whatever, because like it floods downtown or whatever." And so I was moving like all these cars, and some of them were like shitty cars, but some of them were like really fucking nice, expensive cars. And every single one of them, I turned the radio all the way up, turned the heat on, and blasted the air as high as it could go, so that when those guys got in their cars, it was like super loud and like blowing the air like crazy. It was like I never got a reaction on anybody, but like in the back of my mind, I was like, "That's really fucking
This
funny."
is so funny.
Yeah. It's like a joke that you'll never see the butt of. It was really fun.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
I wish you
That's
would have put
hilarious.
like the same song on everybody's car.
Well,
Like, if
it's,
they had, like,
it's the radio. I can't really control the radio. Like, what do you want me to plug?
that
my
wasn't
eight-
cassettes.
What do you want me to plug my 18 iPods in? At the same time? Someone
I-
bought the iPod for me, guys. I didn't
wanna-
buy
I
it.
wanna
myself.
Buy the iPod.
I didn't buy it.
I want to tell another story just to keep you guys from talking for a
Yeah,
little bit
this
longer.
is fun. This is way more fun.
There was a hurricane when I was a kid, or I guess in high school, and I was moving the cars to park the cars in front of the garages to like protect the cars and protect the garages or whatever. I don't know, stupid stuff that you do. but-
Wait. You used your car to protect the cars?
No, it's like I was parking the cars for the family. Like I was like 15 years old
Oh,
or
okay.
something, right? I'm like a young kid that like doesn't even have a driver's license, but we're moving stuff. You know, like when it's a hurricane coming, you like do stuff that you're like, throw all the chairs in the pool.
Yeah, dude.
That's the go-to.
It's
bro.
like all the
That's
stupid.
go-to.
You do like so many stupid things. So one of the things we did was like park the cars like parallel to the garage to keep it from. I don't even know why we did it, but my dad was like guiding me so I get really close, and then I was gonna park and then crawl out the passenger side so that it was like the driver's door was like right up against it. But to hear his direction, I rolled my window down.
Oh no.
And then when the eye of the hurricane was over us, we all went out to like go experience the eye of the hurricane. And like I walk over and I just see our Tahoe full of water. Literally like over the door like it's a cartoon. Like water comes out. And I was like, no. I was like, my dad's going to kill me. And so I was pretty much an idiot back in the day, but I learned my lesson. Roll my window up now.
Wait. I actually have a story that's just like that. I won't tell it. I'll tell you guys afterwards. But I have one that's just like that. And like, yeah, it almost cost me my job. But I'll tell you guys afterwards.
Stay tuned for the
Bad Dadvice After Dark.
Bad Dadvice after
After
dark.
dark. All right, let's get back to regularly scheduled programming. We've had too many growler beers. Let's get some updates from Robo.
Girls are both kind of crawling now. Blake is moving and grooving all over the place. They don't even like Blake doesn't even like look at me as like a person anymore. I think she just kind of like looks at me as like a jungle gym now that she can move. So like I'll set her down and I'll go start doing stuff, and she'll crawl to wherever I'm at, and then she'll just sit there and like stare up at me, and I'll sit down on the ground and start playing with her. She'll immediately like pull herself up and just like crawl over my shoulder to get onto the couch, just like crazy stuff. And Riley because Riley wasn't crawling, but she would get up like on all fours and just kind of like rock back and forth and cry because she couldn't get wherever she wanted to go. But what?
I can hear your nose whistle.
Jesus, dude.
Hey, Abs.
That one?
Abs.
I'm doing the thing. Sorry, guys. Sorry.
Thing, man.
Throwback.
But no, Riley actually took her first couple of like crawling forward steps 2 days ago.
Let's go.
So pretty cool. That's all I got.
Hell yeah.
Just in time for a plane ride.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man.
Like the worst time to be walking.
Yeah.
It's like when you're on a plane.
Yeah, like Riley, I was not like worried about like the crawling or anything like that, because like to me it's like they're gonna figure out how to crawl eventually. Like who gives a shit?
Yeah.
It's like the physical stuff, like they'll figure it out eventually. Like they're not gonna be 4 years old and not like their muscles are gonna eventually get strong enough to figure it out.
Or like they'll just start walking. And they
Yeah.
fucking care.
So like that's what I thought Riley was gonna start doing, because like she will sit in her crib like with like just like sit and like look around and grab the side of the crib and pull herself up, and she'll just be standing.
Could you imagine if you were in middle school and like I could never learn how to walk? Jeez.
Yeah, right.
Just like crawling on the
just like crawling everywhere.
Fucking Steven Glansberg, dude, crawls to math. God,
that would be
dude.
funny.
The kids are making fun of him, dude. You never learned to walk, dude. You're a loser.
Yeah. Like the
idiot.
learning to crawl, learning to walk. It's like everyone's always like, "Oh, little Johnny crawled when he was 4 months old." Who gives a shit?
Yeah, who cares?
Who cares, dude?
Like
Like
can't count to 10.
But like at the end of the day, like I told Emily one day, because like we were both kind of like getting a little freaked out about it. But then it was like, dude, who cares? Like when they go to get a job, it's not something that goes on your resume.
Right.
So like, who gives a shit? Like they're gonna figure it out.
Yo, that would be so funny.
I put that on.
When did you crawl?
I put that on my resume. You guys didn't?
That's why you are a gym teacher.
A freak athlete. Exactly.
I crawled when I was 2 months old.
Yeah. They go, man, this guy could really lead children to the promised land.
All right, let's get the youngest of the group's update. And I think
I'm the youngest in this group. Youngest kid of the group.
God, it's not about you. Relax.
I thought you were calling me old.
Have some more empty calories, bro.
Relax.
Yo,
Yeah,
the guy
calories are
drinks
delightful.
one beer that's not a Bud Light, and he's just gone.
No, I
I think it was the tequila earlier.
tequila earlier.
And the high noon.
That's fair. All right. Yeah, so I got a few things before. I have a little bit of a core. Finally. We haven't had a core in a long time.
Okay, we got a core coming up.
We got a
Sure.
Hey, everybody, stay tuned for the core.
Yeah. So we got a new bath seat. We have upgraded from the little baby tub to a seat inside of the big boy tub. It's the same one that you have, with little feetsies on the
suction
bottom,
cups?
and suction cups, little boop boops, beep boops.
Make sure you wash those things.
The
Didn't
suction
think about
cup?
The
that.
suction cups. Yes.
Oh yeah, like water.
Because
gets
like
under
water
it.
gets underneath the suction cups and they will get moldy.
Didn't think about that.
Yeah.
That's like
Yeah.
the non-slip mats too. You gotta like pick those
Yeah,
up.
you gotta like pick them up and
Yeah.
wash them. But yeah, we found that out kind of not the hard way, but like as it started to like get moldy, we filled the bath up one day and it came out from underneath one of the suction cups. I was like, okay, drain that, clean it. We're not like I was like, screw it, we're skipping a bath tonight. They're going to bed.
Wait till they poop the bath.
Oh, he's done
Still
that.
hasn't
Dude.
done- that still hasn't happened to me.
Yeah, like I'm really, really surprised. It happened one time to Emily. So like when we get the girls,
She pooped the bath?
yes,
Holy shit.
so like when we get the girls out of the bath, we each take one, and I took Blake first and was like changing her, getting her ready for a bottle and everything. And I just hear Emily screaming from the bathroom, "Oh, what the fuck?" And I'm like, I like set Blake down. Like I sit her down in front of the toys. I'm like, what happened? What happened? She goes, "She's shit everywhere." It's like floating in the bath. Like,
Was it a
and they were still because they were still young. So it was like the gnarly
gross.
like diarrhea baby poops.
I've
dude.
had one of each. I've had solid turd and I've had like there's no way you're rescuing this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, oh god. So she had to like drain the bath and then rewash her.
What's worse? Because I've had the chocolate bathtub before. But what's worse, that or the what's the movie? Sandlot? Is that where he poops? No. What's the movie?
Baby Ruth.
Baby Ruth.
What
Baby Ruth in the pool where he poops.
What is that movie?
Which movie is that?
I don't know.
I don't know.
It's poop.
Yeah, what the fuck is that
What
movie?
movie is that? It's poop.
I can't.
Everybody comes running out.
Yo, if you know the name of that
Yeah.
movie with the Baby Ruth in the pool, put it in the comments.
And they
Like, I don't-
say it's poop.
Everybody comment, it's poop. If you've made it this far, please comment, it's
My
poop.
God.
Send us an email.
What is that fucking movie?
I know this is gonna bother you the rest of the night.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I don't have my phone either. To
yeah.
check it.
Poop again.
So yeah, we call the shit poop.
I know that one.
Anyways, the other thing, we have started the bare bones beginning of baby lid weaning. We're still doing a lot of the purees and stuff. Still making our own purees.
Caddyshack.
Yes, yes. You are.
It's Caddyshack.
Bro, you got burgers. You got burgers, dude.
You do, bro. For sure.
Whopper.
Yeah, it's Caddyshack, you guys.
You got the burgers.
We've
Bill
talked. We've
Bill
talked
Murray's,
about this before.
Bill Murray's Caddyshack.
We've talked about this before, where you had a little self realization. You're like, I might have a little touch of the tism. I don't know,
Yeah.
but yeah.
There's ain't no might about it.
And that
there you
was tough. That was a tough one because I'm not really a movie guy. So
Yeah. But yeah, so we are still doing the purees, still making our own purees, and we started. Tiff gave Landon little slices of avocado, and she gave him a strawberry the other day. A little suck down a strawberry. He's been doing great. It's scary as shit. Baby led weaning is terrifying, but yeah, it's been going pretty good so far. We started. I told you guys he didn't like water before. He's gotten used to it. We got a little prune juice in there, little cut prune juice, and he has started to poop just about every 2.5 days. So just enough to have gigantic, gnarly shits, but not be constipated. So
Like you mean like a poop that is of solid consistency? Is that what you're saying?
no, it's still it's like
He's been pooping before he was eating though, right?
yeah,
Okay.
but no, this is like kind of coming out like sweet potatoes,
Got it.
like some slimy, gnarly bullshit.
Got it.
The other thing, we had Tiff's cousin's sister. She's her kid.
Tiff's cousin's sister. Wouldn't that be Tiff's cousin? Also,
It's not on my. Listen, it's not.
Am I crazy?
No, dude, it's on the other side. It's on her mother's side.
It's not my family, so I don't know what it's called.
It's called your cousin.
My cousin.
Your
anyway.
cousin's sister is also your cousin.
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. Get over yourself.
I'm pretty sure that's how it works.
you go read a book, pussy?
Anyways, so
Sorry
her
for
kid.
Sorry for cousin.
Where is it at?
Sorry for cussing.
All right. Anyways, so her kid is getting a little older now. So she dropped off. She was somebody that bought a bunch of the boutique clothes. So she dropped off a mess of clothes, and they are some swaggy, real man clothes just in baby form.
Yeah.
And I am so excited for the first time that we actually can take him out and have him just Dapper Dan,
Yeah.
just looking good.
It's still really nice to just let him run around in a diaper.
Yeah, I mean for sure.
Yeah.
But we're excited.
Quick aside. Ivy was running around in the back patio naked, just playing with his water toys. He's got a water table now. Megan got him a water table.
Oh, nice.
But his
You
favorite.
didn't take him down to Orlando?
Drip drop.
We didn't take him to the.
I googled
theme
that
park.
place. I didn't see, what's it called?
Drip. I think it was Drip Drop Splash Park or something.
No, I didn't find it when I googled it.
Scam.
Must not exist.
Must
I
not be a
didn't
real
find it.
place.
No, I was gonna say his favorite toy out there. He was just naked in a bucket, just in a bucket of water.
His favorite toy was attached to him.
His favorite toy was attached to him. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Wait till he realizes his balls dropped.
Nice.
Oh,
Oh, God, are we on this again?
wait till I realize his balls drop. No,
Wait,
that's
what?
weird.
Wait, what?
No,
Oh my god.
that sounded really weird.
Oh, my God.
Canceled. And this was our last episode. Thank you.
And if you want to sponsor the podcast,
All right. for that to make any sense,
What
go
was
back a
in
few
these
episodes.
beers?
Go back a few episodes.
I know. I think Voodoo drugged us.
Go back a few episodes when I realized that my kids' balls were there. I thought that they dropped at puberty.
It is what? Do you remember the title of the episode? It's like beats.
Balls Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah, check that episode out if you want the context of what we're talking about.
Yeah, it's not weird. It's not weird.
It's not weird. It's not weird. I swear.
All right. So let's get in the core. I almost was not able to come here today because Landon has been having a rough week. I think part of it's teething. He's been rough, but Tiff started putting like mushing some strawberries in the little frozen teether things, which have been working pretty good. But he also all of a sudden started hating his crib. He like bath time. It used to go bath time, bottle, pretty much asleep, rock him for a minute, throw him down, he's good. And he all of a sudden now, as soon as he feels that you're lowering him down to that bed, it is just ungodly screaming and stuff. So I wanted to know from you guys when like your kids started, I don't know, like is he at the age where he's becoming aware that you're dropping him there and you're going away, or is this just like some crazy sleep regression? Or
yeah, I think he recognizes that he knows what's coming next, and I don't think he's old enough to know that when you leave that you're coming back. Like at a certain point you realize that like that beyond the door they still exist, but up to a certain age you just think they're gone like forever, and it feels like an eternity once they're gone. This is where he knows what's coming next. He's smart enough to know, okay, every time it's bath and this, then this, then this, then the next thing comes, and I don't like that next feeling, so I'm screaming to avoid the next feeling. That's all he really knows right at this point, is that I just don't want that feeling. But Ivy is still, like, he still screams when he's going to bed. So
I heard it.
Dude, Kennedy does not scream. I think Kennedy loves her bed now because, like, it'll be like I give her bottle. I'm sitting in the chair, like I'm holding her, I'm rocking her a little bit, like whatever. And like she'll like get up and look at me and like point over at her crib and be like, bed?
yeah.
I was like, well, you want to go to bed? I was like, I'm still holding you. It's like, you want to go? I'm like, I'm not ready to put you down yet. But then the other night, she literally looked at me and she was like, bed? Please? I was like, oh my God, you're that tired? Like you have. So like, but like I put her down, like she won't like fall asleep right away, but like, yeah, she hasn't screamed like with me putting her down in like weeks now. It's been nice.
Jinxed it.
Yeah. I'm not.
She's like, get me away from this guy.
I'm not there to hear her scream right now.
We're at the point where Ivy's like starting to put a leg close to wanting to get out.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
jeez.
tough.
And they say that you want to try to push that to as close to 3 years as you can, but it's like between 2 and 3 years that's when it can happen. But Ivy's not old enough to know if you didn't have a crib, hey, you have to stay in bed. So he would just get out of bed in the middle of the night and not know like you got to go lay back down. So yeah, that's the next.
How old is he?
That's the stage we're going. He's turning 2 in November.
So he's getting after it.
Yeah, he's ready to get out of that thing. He's not quite there, but like he's.
So what at that point? Do you go like a floor mattress or
you just go to a
Race car bed?
Yeah, you go to like our crib converts into like the next. It converts into a
like a big boy bed,
toddler bed or whatever it's called.
Bed.
Yeah, it's low to the ground and.
Yeah. So what what age were your kids when they started having that like realization of like, I don't want to go to in the crib?
We kept the crib in our room with us for a long time.
Yeah.
So that never happened to us.
Kennedy didn't sleep in her own room till she was 6 months old.
I think we went to a year. I don't think.
Wow.
We were like I think 10 or 11 months maybe. We might have gone to a year.
I'd do it way earlier. Like I would do it.
Yeah, we were
I
like
would do it within the first month.
We had him in his own room at like maybe 6 weeks, 7 weeks, something like that, because he was just such a grunter when he slept. There was so many times that Tiff was like hearing him grunt and thinking that he was pissed off or about to cry, and she would like pick him up, and she'd realize that she woke him up.
Yeah.
Like he was actually asleep. Mm-hmm. So we were like, we got to get him out.
The only reason we moved him is because like I think he was waking up because I was snoring. So it's like not doing anybody any favors anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, we kept him in. I want to say it was like a year that we went in the same room. So we never ran into the problem with the separation anxiety. But then when he did go to his room, it wasn't like he immediately had that realization, but eventually he got there. once he was in his own room.
What about you, Robo?
I mean, we put the girls in their own room very, very early as well, because Blake had that issue with the like the acid reflux.
Mm-hmm.
Emily and I were just talking about that today, how it just like went away, and like while we were in it, I told her, I was like, while we were in it, it was like, holy shit, this is never gonna end. It's never gonna stop.
Yeah.
And then it ended, and I couldn't even tell you when it ended, but I just know it was sometime within the last like 3 months.
That's
It's
most.
like,
That's most things.
Yeah.
Like this kid's never gonna walk, and then they start walking, and you're like, could you just sit the f down for 2 seconds?
Yeah.
That's how it goes.
Yeah, it was like,
Yeah.
but yeah. So we moved them into their own room very early, like I think it was like right after they were like a month old, maybe sooner than that, because we would constantly get woken up with Blake's acid reflux, thinking she was choking. So it was like, that's like just a scary thing to hear in the middle of the night, until we talked to the pediatrician, like, dude, no, she can't choke on it. Like, she's fine. Like, that's just her, like, that's just her body, like, getting rid of whatever. Like, it won't keep it down. I was like, oh, shit, okay. So, like, she can't choke. She's okay. They're like, no, she's fine. But as far as, like, the whining and crying, like, separation thing, we probably had it there 11 months, coming up on 11 months now. And I think it was like 2 months ago, we had a little issue where it was kind of the same thing. Like, we would go to set them down, like they're asleep. The second you go to set them down, boom, they wake up like instantly. And we kind of just got to a point where it's like, all right, set them down, give them 20 minutes to cry and see if they figure it out. And then like at that 20-minute mark, if they're still crying, okay, go get them and try it again. But we did it. I think we did it like gradually though, where it was like,
Yeah, that's our problem. Is we like it happened for the first time a few days ago, and the first time, because usually he'll put himself down or whatever. The first time he did it, like we just kind of did that, let him go for a minute, and it backfired. Like he worked himself up to the point where like it was like maybe 1:30 in the morning, and then it was like 10, 12 minutes, and then he had worked himself up so much, by the time we got him, he was like not going to bed the rest of the night. Yeah. Like he was done. Yeah. So
sometimes like, so there's there's a difference between like the separation anxiety thing and then having the teething.
Yeah.
That sounds more like he probably had some teething pain.
Yeah.
And was like, there's no way you can put me down, because I'm like, I could just feel, I could feel something.
So I read a thing that said like the teething also messes with like their ears. So it like messes with their equilibrium. So like when you actually lay them down, it hurts their ears too.
Well, they'll get ear infections when they're teething too.
Yeah.
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 So that might be why, like, when you go to set him on his back, like, it's not just his teeth hurting at that point. Like, it's messing with, like, his equilibrium and everything. Like, he's like, whoa, dude, this doesn't feel right.
Yeah, so that's, like, a lot of times when they're teething and they're hurting you, like, if you got to give them something cold, or, you know, put, like Robo put water in a binky nipple, let it all drip out.
That thing was cold, though.
It was cold.
There's no ice in it, but it was cold.
That was a good idea. I would have done the same thing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just been a little bit rough, and I know Tiff was texting me earlier. He was awake again.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So I probably will not be able to hang out like usual tonight, but yeah, hopefully. Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, same. We have a second growler in the fridge.
But yeah, that was just a bit the big thing going on with us right now, and you know, we just working the Tylenol and the ibuprofen and the cold teethers and stuff, and just figuring out, you know, it's so hard at this point. There's so much stuff going on to figure out, like, is it the teething? Is he hungry?
Right.
Is it separation anxiety? Like, is he learning something new? Like, what the hell is going on?
Right.
That was I think that was when like our biggest like sleep regression thing happened, was when they learned not just like a new skill, right? Because like there's always like some kind of sleep regression at that time, but like when it's like a major skill. So like when Blake first started crawling like a month ago, or what was that, 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago, whatever it was, when she first started crawling, those first 3 days, she did not want to go to sleep. And, like, her mind was, like, racing. Like, I could, like, it's pitch black in the room, but, like, I could feel her head just, like, doing this all the way around, like, wanting to look at everything. And it was like, you can't see anything. Like,
yeah.
But it was, like, that was when we noticed, like, the biggest, like, sleep regression.
Yeah, and that's how he is too. Like when you go to like rock him and stuff, like he's arching his back and
there's like
all
there's
over
like
the
a
damn
lot
place.
of phases. Like the first week or whatever with the first kid, you're like, what am I in for? Like this is crazy. This is like insane. Like sleep deprivation. You feel really out of control.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's like this phase where you're like, I feel again out of control. I'm in another different type of that, but the same feeling of when he just starts throwing a tantrum. He's in like that 2-year-old, like I'm going to start throwing tantrum phase because he can't communicate. He can communicate only like barely enough to know what he wants, but not to say it and like get what he needs when he wants. It's like right now he wants to eat ice a lot. So he's like trying to say ice, and I like, you don't understand him. And you go, oh, you want ice? And then you're like, here's ice. And he's like, oh, no, I'm good now. But like while he's throwing a little bit of a tantrum, you're like, you feel helpless, just like when they're newborn and you don't know what you're doing. Just like here where they wake up in the middle of the night, you're like, dude, I need you to go to sleep. Do you need me to pat your back? Do you need me to change your diaper? Do you need me to give you a bottle? Like, what do you need?
Yeah.
And like that you just feel really helpless. So all along the way, it's always helpless. Oh no, I got that. I'm good with that. Oh no, new thing. Now you're helpless for this new thing. So just get used to that feeling.
It's great. Love it. Love every second of it.
It's like when you're a pitcher, you just like, you're not healthy. You just get used to throwing the ball hard with an arm that hurts. You don't ever feel good.
That's the most accurate thing.
Right.
Ever.
Like it's the same thing with
That's
being
not
a
just
parent.
pitchers though.
Right.
I was just never healthy.
If you're a high level,
You're just not healthy.
yeah, I'm just not
if
healthy.
you're a high level University of North Florida Division I baseball athlete,
Swoop.
you have to know how to play hurt and just feel good feeling bad. Same thing being a parent.
Tell that to Christian McCaffrey.
Ooh, hey, speaking of fantasy football.
Ah, good. I'm glad we changed the topic.
Speaking of fantasy football.
Hold on. Is there anything else left?
Yeah,
in the
did you have
core?
anything else?
No, that's it.
Okay.
We'll put a little capper on this with a little fantasy football talk.
I want to tell a really funny story.
Oh my god.
Something happened at school that is really funny.
Okay, let's hear it.
All right, so when I was teaching
Do we need an intro for like a segment where you deliver middle school stories?
That'd be funny.
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll think
But
about that.
I will
What
say
was it?
my mom.
Secret time.
That was funny too. Ah! I forgot about that. That was hella funny. Ah! That was super fun. It's actually really fun sometimes to miss. Like you obviously never miss because we film at your house.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's super fun to miss, and then you listen to it and like
Yeah.
you don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's really fun.
I am jealous of that.
Yeah,
'cause-
it's super fun. We should do that sometime. You should do it sometime. It's really fun. All right. So anyway, so when I was a math teacher, it's like, shit happens at school, right? Like, whatever. There are fights and stuff like that. It's like my school's really good and like there's not a ton of them, but it does happen. It happens everywhere. When I was a math teacher, it was like you just like hear about the fights. You never like actually see the fight. Not that I'm like gonna get my phone out and like videotape and like World Star. Like no. I like, but like you never.
That's
see,
why you became a teacher.
You just hear about it and you're like, oh man, like
I missed it.
I wanted to like at least see it for a second and then break it up.
You're like, yo, he got him?
Or like I wanted to be there to be like, what would I do in that situation? Because like I've never been in that situation. So today, it was my planning period, and like a lot of times during my planning period, like I'll go to the front office and like shoot the shit with people in the front office or whatever. And so but I was like when I went to PE, I was like, oh great, like all the shit goes down in PE like that, like, and it makes sense, like that's where the most kids are. That's like the kids know there's no cameras in the locker room, so like we can like throw down in the locker room like underground
Is this
fight club.
prison?
It's like, well, they just know that like
Y'all meet him in the showers.
there's no cameras in
No,
there.
it's
like,
true.
we can
Yeah,
fight
yeah.
in there.
Yeah,
It's like,
it's true.
And so I was like, okay, cool. I'm going to PE. Like now I'm gonna see some shit because like that's where it all goes down. And I still like we're a little over like a month into school. I still haven't seen any shit, which like is good because that means I'm doing my job, which is like keeping kids safe, right? And so today it's like my planning period. So I was going up to the front office, just kind of hang out for a little bit. And as I'm walking, like I walk through the PE hallway. I'm now in the main hallway, which like means nothing to you guys because you've never been to my school. But and also on my radio, I hear our principal calling for the resource officer to like get to the PE hallway. And I was literally just in the PE hallway like 45 seconds ago. I was like, what's going on in the PE hallway? I was just there. I didn't see anything. And then like other like our APs and like all this stuff like are like hauling ass to the PE hallway. And I was like, oh, fuck. Something's going down. And it must have just happened because I was just there. And I didn't see it. So I get to the front office and I'm asking the lady at the front, I'm like, what's going on in the PE hallway? Like, I was just there. And she's like, oh, there's a fight. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? I was just there. I was like, there's no way. There's no way there was a fight. I was literally just there. And so I'm like, pull up the cameras. And so she pulls up the camera. I'm like, find me walking in the hallway. Because I swear to God, I was just there. There was no fight. We find me. I go, look, there I am. See, there's no fight. Bruh. I'm walking down the hallway. I mean, minding my own business. Not even 25 feet behind me. I'm walking forward. 25 feet behind me. Two dudes are brawling. And I was like, that was happening right behind me.
So wait, did you like turn a corner?
No, I was like in the middle of the hallway, just like walking straight.
So how did they get behind
So they
you?
think you ignored the fight.
Because they came in from the outside. So it's like,
okay,
it's like a two-way hallway. So like kids were coming in from so like I was walking in and it's like, I was like, I didn't even turn around. I didn't like, these two kids must have been fucking ninjas, bro. Like it was the quietest fight I ever seen. And like no kids were like yelling, no anything. And I just literally I was literally just walking and like it's happening right behind me. And then like all of like our admin now has to watch the video and our resource officer to see like
you
what
just
happened.
walking away.
And they're like, what the fuck were you doing? I was like, I didn't even know it was happening. Like
I was just going, get the fuck out of here, get the fuck out of here, get the fuck out of here.
And then somebody else.
I'm not going down for this.
I'm like telling somebody else about this, and they're like, well, at least like the video doesn't show you like looking over your shoulder and seeing it,
Yeah.
being like, nope, I'm out.
Not my job.
So I mean, I literally didn't see it, but I was like, fuck, I miss everything, man.
Dude, that's so funny.
Yeah, it was wild.
Yeah, be better, dude.
Friday
be better.
the 13th at school, man, is
Be better.
wild.
Is that what today is?
Today's
Friday the 13th.
Oh, wow.
Ooh.
Didn't
It's
know that.
wild at schools.
Spooky.
Dude, you ruined it.
No, that's not spooky. What's this one? I never heard this one.
Spooky family costume.
Oh. That's coming up.
It is.
That is coming up.
That'll be our segment. Every Halloween, we talk about spooky family costumes, our costume ideas for the season. I told Megan, I said, actually, I don't want to talk about it on the air. I'll tell you guys off the air.
Oh, that's funny. That's
I'll tell
funny.
you guys
We
off
got
the
like
air.
3 more weeks for this.
No, it's because it's not appropriate for the air, I don't think.
Oh, perfect.
Oh,
So
good.
it's a
We're partially censored.
and spit on that thing.
it's a current event related thing.
That girl's killing it, by the way.
Killing it.
Dude, yeah, she's like so famous now.
Talk about like parlaying something into something.
Like that could be us.
could be us. I mean, it's like, get at us, dude.
Investors,
Could
possibly
be
you.
That's what I'm talking about. It actually kind of is us. Like, do we really want to fly any higher, or are we going to be an Icarus and burn our wings and crash?
Well, we were talking about before we started, like where do we take it from here? It's like we drink free beer,
We watch football
we watch football, and
We
we
hang out.
drink free beer quickly
quickly.
out of a free quick beer drinking device.
Right.
This is the peak.
What more do we need?
I mean,
And you're a PE teacher.
I know.
And dude, life is a simulation.
I got to be honest. I don't know how much more we can milk this thing, but it's way far surpassed all of our expectations.
Crazy.
So thank you all to the fans. Like,
Yeah.
subscribe, comment, follow, send us an email, subscribe to our.
We got some fan mail the other day.
What?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We
okay.
could probably open an email.
We got
address.
some fan mail.
probably-
Yeah, we
through
should
Buzzsprout.
we should set up an email.
We should make a website.
No, if you look in the link of the Apple Podcast, there's a thing at the bottom that says fan mail. You can write us something and it will pop up. I just learned this because somebody sent us some fan mail.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Who was it?
Go if
What'd
you're
it
wa-
say?
Some random person. He was saying that he had a dad related product that he wanted us to look into. So I've been talking to him. We might be another thing that we're looking into.
sponsors. Possibly you.
That's what I'm saying.
Anyways,
Or you know what? But you don't need to be a sponsor. Just pop in and just say, hey.
shoot
Yeah.
us some shit.
If you want us
Yeah.
to say something stupid on the podcast, just for you.
And if you say something stupid in the fan mail, we'll fucking call your ass out.
Yeah. We'll
Also
call you
that.
out.
Oh, that's the
Like,
truth.
come
So-
on. If you want, like, yeah.
What was his name? Chucky?
Oh, shout out Chuck,
Oh,
Auburn
shout out
University.
Chucky, yeah.
Chucky. Chucky, send us some fan mail, dude.
Chucky.
Chuck, why don't you just send us some feedback? How's that
Track house,
Bierstick
baby.
doing?
Track house.
Track house.
How many? Is it track house?
Trap house.
Oh, trap house.
Oh, was it a trap house? I thought it was a track
What
house.
was
Oh,
it?
track house.
I don't know. That was so long ago.
I don't remember.
Okay.
Shout out Chucky.
Shout out
dude.
Chucky,
Shout
dude.
out Chucky,
You're
dude.
bro.
Yeah, so
Yeah, Chuck's bro.
the only other thing, we've already shouted out all of our friends over at Bierstick and now Voodoo Brewing Company in Jacksonville. Also, we have a merch store that you can find the link to underneath the videos in the Apple, Spotify, all that good stuff. We also started a Daddy Club that is through Buzzsprout. You can also find the link to that under the video in Apple. If you guys feel the need or want, desire anything to subscribe to the podcast, there's no dollar amount to it. If you subscribe to it, currently we'll just shout your name out on the podcast. You can get a nice little shout out, and we'll probably figure
we'll
out
give
some
some
other
merch.
stuff. We'll figure out some
Maybe we'll
stuff.
get some merch or something.
All the things will just go straight back into the podcast. Try to get us some more. Maybe we'll do some advertise or something. Get this thing bigger and see if we can't figure something out.
We should get sponsored by a hat company.
Yeah, that makes too much sense.
If you make hats, let us know.
I'm not
Yeah.
a big. I'm
Or
actually not a big
pizza.
hat
I could
wearer.
go for a pizza company also. If you are
Yeah.
Domino's or Papa John's.
Buddy
also.
Bailey's Pizza.
No, yeah, Buddy Bailey pizzas, bro.
I could go for pizza.
Go for like V's Pizza.
V's Pizza.
Yeah.
Okay. We've been we couldn't go an episode without talking about food, so I think we've reached our quota.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yep. So hope you guys enjoyed, and we will be back next week. Maybe eventually we'll get to some fantasy football talk, but I don't know if people even like that. So, Trophy Smack. You see this trophy back here? This thing is dope. Get you one. Get you some. See you next week.